Hi guys, good morning. I am missing you guys so much. I've been thinking about you a lot and wishing that we were in class together and that I could be actually making art with you, but I guess we'll have to do it this way for now. But I made you guys a special classroom because I miss you so much and I just want to have a way for us all to interact. Plus Miss Fig and Miss June are going to be in here kind of helping us as we need that assistance. And Mr. Thornton will be popping in as we need some help, okay? So if you guys have any questions, there's a lot of us in here to help you out with things. But here's how we're going to work things. I wanted to make some special assignments that I think will be really, really fun for you guys. And you can kind of decide on the timeline. I don't think that you necessarily need to be making art every single day, although if you're bored, it's a great way to kind of have some fun. But I do think maybe you should try to make art every other day. And I've put 3 different options into our classroom that you can pick. And here's the deal. You can either do one of them or you can do all of them. It depends on what kind of materials you have. And in each project, I make sure that you know what materials you need and what materials are required to finish the project. So if you look at that project and you're like, I don't have paint, probably not the right option for us right now, okay? But you get to pick kind of your pathway through these assignments. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what these assignments are and what we're thinking with these, okay? So if you go into our classroom, okay, the very first option is this project called the Dot Painting Project, okay? And I'll show you the examples. So the examples here, these works of art are based on Aboriginal works of art, and they're really fun to make because you paint a background, but then you just add dots of paint all over. So you paint a background and then you do a drawing if you want. You don't even have to do the drawing if you don't want to. But I say if you're going to do a jellyfish or something like this, you probably want to draw it on there first, okay? And then you use either the back of a pencil or the back of a paintbrush, and you dip that in your paint, and then you can make the dot, which is really, really fun, okay? So that's the example of the options, okay? But in here, what I would like you guys to do is if you'll look at your projects, I put step by step exactly what I'd like you to do. So I want you to watch this video that talks about Aboriginal art and where this kind of comes from. So click on that video and watch it. Then I want you to watch the dot painting demo, okay? And this is actually me creating here. And Stormy, shout out to you. I put some Katy Perry music in here because I just thought you'd like it. So this video will show you exactly what to do. I do it on cardboard in this video. I can't get it to pass. I do it on cardboard, but you can do it on paper. It doesn't have to be on cardboard, but cardboard is kind of nice because it's so strong, right? You can do this with any kind of paint, acrylic paint, tempera paint, whatever you want to use, okay? Watercolor probably won't do very good, so make sure it's probably acrylic paint or tempera paint. So then you get to create your painting. When you're done, number 5 on these steps says turn in the dot painting by taking a picture and attaching it to this assignment. So you can either take a picture with the Chromebook that you're working on, which Chromebooks don't take very good pictures. So if mom and dad would maybe help you with getting a phone and taking a picture, that would be a lot better, or an iPad or whatever works. Those Chromebooks just really don't take very good pictures. And then you're just going to turn it into that assignment. So you can pick this one. You can do this. You don't have to do this one. The other option is this toilet paper roll sculpture. And now you'll see it in your classroom because that's what it's doing right now, is assigning it to you, okay? The toilet paper roll sculpture, for the materials needed for this one are toilet paper rolls, which I feel like we probably have in abundance. I don't know if you've been saving them, but you could start saving them. You don't necessarily have to do this project first. You could start saving them and then do it later. You'll need glue, and then the paint is optional. So if you don't have paint, you don't have to do that. You don't have to add the paint. You can still just do it with toilet paper rolls and glue. So in this, the steps say, I want you to look at the examples of the toilet paper roll sculptures. That's kind of hard to say. Okay, so if you look in here, there's all kinds of ways you can do it. You can build creatures like this with toilet papers by toilet paper rolls by shoving them into one another, and then building them and gluing on the parts like the ears and the eyes and things like that. Or you can cut them up. You can cut them into slices and then bend them so into these little football shapes. And then you can glue it all together, and then you can paint it if you want. Again, if you have paint, if you don't, that's fine. This is just them where they took scissors and just cut and cut and cut and cut and cut all the way around the toilet paper roll. And then glued it together. This is a whole cool hanging. Joelle, I thought this one looked kind of like something that you would really like to do with a big city. It could go along with your stories. You can draw on them or paint on them. Chelsea and Danielle, I thought this might be a way that you would really like to go because you guys make such cool drawings, and you guys have been in my drawing class for so long. You can turn them into monsters and things like that with it, like this. Again, you can paint on top of them if you want. These are kind of funny, these little faces that you can turn them into. And I put a demonstration that I'll show you here in a second. There's another little creature over here. There's lots of different little options, little houses. This one's a cool one where they did collage on top of it and then created kind of a hanging mobile. You could do that. That's an option. Okay. So let me show you down here in our assignment, you have some videos that you can watch, okay? So this one right here shows you how to make those funny little faces. This one shows you how to bend the roll and turn it into one of those like kind of wreath looking ones. This one also shows you that, but in kind of a more detailed way. So I would watch some of the videos and then look through the examples and pick which way you like to go if this is the one you want to do. It's a really, really fun option. So you kind of decide if that's where you're headed. Again, all you need to do to turn it in is take a picture and turn it into the assignment. And then the last option that I have for you is I'm putting them on right now, so you guys are going to start seeing them in Google Classroom. Is this torn paper collage, okay? And the torn paper collage, the materials you're going to need are a pencil, paper. You can do magazines, construction paper, old books if your parents are okay with it, okay? Or painted paper. Make sure anything you tear up that your parents say it's okay. Don't just start tearing things up. You need glue and a paintbrush, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna want you to do for this guy is watch this demonstration video. She does such a good job with how she draws it out, and then she starts filling, she tears up the paper and puts them into colored piles, and then she starts filling in the space, okay? So let me show you, and then we wanna look at the examples. I'm gonna show you those examples because they're pretty fun. Here's one thing I want you guys to not do with this. I do not want you to pick a person for this. You should either pick an animal or an object, or like a landscape, like mountains or trees or something. I think a person is just incredibly complicated and you'll feel frustrated. So just pick one of those ways. But here's some examples. We can build out little fish that are pretty cool. We can do animals like elephants. You can keep it as simple as a heart, but look at all the different colors and all the cool stuff that they got into this heart. There's still a lot of detail, even though it's just a heart. A flower, an owl, this awesome daisy over here I really like, cats, birds. It's really up to you. As you watch the video, you'll see that she takes her white piece of paper and then she draws her picture on it. Then she goes and tears up magazines and puts them into piles for color, okay? So that you decide what colors you want first. And then you make those piles, and then it's almost like a coloring book page. You just start filling in the space. One thing I want you guys to really, really think about is, for example, with this fishy, there is right here, there's this nice yellow right next to this blue. If you put blue or purple, like right next to blue or purple, we're not going to see it. So you need to put two different colors, really, that like quite a bit different, right? Like yellow and blue, or red and green, or purple and yellow, or whatever it is. They need to be different colors right next to each other. The other one with this project that I really want you to be thinking about is that you need to fill the page, okay? You shouldn't leave any white space. All of it should be covered with torn paper, okay? And again, this video right here goes step by step. So if you get confused, what I would do is I would watch a little bit, do that. Watch a little bit more, do that, okay? So the next step after you've looked at the examples is decide on the picture you want to draw. Keep it simple, no people. It should be an object like an umbrella, or a landscape like a picture of the mountains or the forest, or you saw animals in there. Animals are fine. Draw the lines of that like you're making a coloring book page. Draw the lines of the fish on your paper, okay? Then you're going to start tearing up the paper and putting them into colored piles. Then you glue it on. Make sure you're filling the whole space with this project, okay? Then again, the way you have to turn it in is take a picture and turn it into this assignment. Again, remember guys, that you can either do one of these or you can try to do more than one if you want. For Chelsea and Danielle, I have you in 2 different classrooms. What I want you guys to do is just try to do as many projects as you can from this classroom, and it will replace both grades, okay? More than anything, we just want you making art and having fun and using this as a way maybe to hang out with your parents and just learn something a little bit new, okay? Remember that I am always available online. I've been chatting with you guys in Google Hangouts. Today, I'm gonna make you guys a brand new Google Hangout so you can ask questions based on these projects, okay? So you can always get on there and ask me questions. You can email me. You can send messages in here. It's easier though if you do Google Hangouts or email, okay? But mostly it's all about making art and having fun. So if you have any questions for me, just let me know. And then I can always do another video if you are confused about a certain part or piece and post it in there. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to say goodbye to you, and I am missing you tons, and just know how much I love you, and I think you guys are so amazing. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I will talk to you all very, very soon.